Hi, guys. Welcome back to our roundtable discussion. Just trying to help give you some real insight as to what we're seeing happening in the market, tackle any questions that we've been hearing, and just continue to be a resource for you. So who wants to go first?
I'll go.
Okay.
I've been doing some listing appointments with y'all, obviously. And it's been interesting that a majority of the sellers that have engaged with us, I guess it's kind of an oxymoron, like aren't that concerned with the COVID virus, like with it, with them getting it. Like I feel almost more disrespectful by putting gloves and mask on, going into somebody's house and like, okay, like I'm doing it honestly for their protection. Like, and we all know it's not really saving me from getting it, but it's kind of the two-way street. But like a lot of our clients, like, I don't care. Like just show the house, which has been weird because now then I have to turn it to offense and go, no. We want to make sure it's safe. It's I didn't think I'd have to go that route. I thought I'd have to be more like defense all the time. Now I'm like, no, we need to do this.
I think 6 weeks in, people are starting to just be tired.
Especially if they, honestly, if they don't know somebody that has it too, it probably hasn't hit close to home and they might think they're, impenetrable when it comes to COVID.
Well, and currently we've got several governors talking about opening things up. And I think that's starting to let some people let their guard down. So that can play into it too. Michael, what are you seeing?
Yeah, I'm seeing a lot. Yeah, I think that like I was going to say what you said pretty much, but some things are slowly opening back up. The weather's nice and people, at least me personally, you start to feel like a sense of normalcy when you hear things are opening up and you feel the weather and you're like, oh man, it's spring, it's summer. And that is what people associate with going to look at houses. So I think that mindset is built into people. And I think we're starting to see a little bit of an uptick here. And like Brad said, we're still going on listing appointments. We're doing some virtual listing appointments, but people are very happy to pull the trigger on moving forward. I haven't talked to anyone in the last 2 weeks that wants to wait. So yeah,
I think your product now more than like we've been in a seller's market, which we still are, but like you had some leeway, like, don't worry about fixing that because somebody's going to want your house anyways. I don't know if it's true yet, but I'm feeling like the trend is like people are looking sort of like perfection. Like we had one that you took off and on and they were making repairs as they go and it was an older house and they just redid the floors and we staged it, or you staged it, excuse me. And it popped. I mean, like, actually, I think you brought the buyer, right? No, you brought the buyer. So, I mean, it moved and we've had it listed for 6 months ish, maybe. So I think people, if they see it and it looks perfect, like they can't argue against it.
Yeah.
I mean, the stats from, I think last week were, I think almost 65% of the listings that went on went under contract in like 3 days. And the rest of those houses that didn't go under contract are the ones that don't look perfect.
Right. Yeah.
So
I'm still seeing the ones in the upper end of our market, like that over 450. They're struggling a little bit.
Yeah. Why do you think that is?
Well, it's like what we talked about last time. The jumbo loans right now are frozen. So conventional max conforming amount is 510, 400. So people aren't lending over that amount. I also think in that price point, it's not a reality that a lot of people don't have something to sell. So naturally, there's going to be a slowdown because they've got to sell something in order to buy something. Some of those people might have taken a hit in the stock market. They might have been furloughed. Yeah. So, I mean, all of those coupled with the fact that you can't get money over the 510, 400 is going to impact our luxury market for sure.
Yeah. And I'm going to put something out there and it's not really a sales pitch. We don't do those on these kind of episodes, but like, we've had people reach out to us going, hey, if you found someone that like likes a house like mine and give us the criteria, like I might be open to selling it. And then we take that almost like a waiter and go find them something else. So I don't know if you're, if viewers out there are kind of interested in doing that, but we would obviously do it legally and everything else, but like we might be able to kind of find you something specific to what you're doing. Cause I know we're sending letters. Everybody is like, we've got Frisbees we're about to throw in people's yards. Like we're going to start door knocking possibly like on certain doors. So like we've had, why don't y'all talk about some clients that haven't been able to find what they want and what we're doing?
Do you have anybody?
The only issue I've really seen is we're what, 6 weeks in and like 3 weeks ago today, we found out we were still
sheltering in place.
So like our business was still going. Cause for that first part, it was kind of like, are we going to be open tomorrow or bank's going to stop lending money? The only thing that's like, really grinding my gears right now is everyone I'll talk to, whether it's on the buy side, mainly sales side, is they'll say, I know right now it's probably not a good time to list, or I know it's probably not a really good time right now. I say, why? Like, like why, like you're a school teacher, you're an engineer, you're a doctor. How do you know it's not a good time to sell? Like what, you looked at Zillow? Like, I mean, things are still moving. I haven't really slowed down. We're still writing contracts. Mm-hmm. I think the people that are going on the market right now are very serious. I guess everyone wants a deal, but banks are still lending money.
Yeah, money's still real cheap right now.
I mean, I know people are furloughed and short term, unemployed, but it's not indefinite. But that's the one that's still getting me, that being 6 weeks in. I know it's not a good time. Why? Like, I mean, I think the first 10 days when this happened, I was writing an offer every day. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And my initial concern was, okay, we're writing offers into March, April. Are they going to close?
Right.
And I'm at the tail end now, and yeah, they're going to close. So if this is what we're going to be dealing with for, even the next 2 months, I still think our market's strong. Like I've pretty much learned, doesn't matter if it's a recession, depression, pandemic, wartime. If you got to move, you got to move. That's right. Like that's just nothing you can do about that.
Well, I think that's what we're hoping the goal of these weekly videos are too, is to help change the narrative and help people understand what really is happening in real time, and that the sky is not falling down and things are still selling.
Yeah. Well, Mary Lane and I did a little podcast yesterday with a lender, an attorney, and somebody else, just kind of give a financial planner. Mm-hmm. And the big thing I took away from that, and you can watch those videos, is if you already had a plan to do something, stick with it. Mm-hmm. Like if you weren't planning on selling, maybe now's not the time to do it just out of haste. But like if you're like, hey, I might sell this year, like go with it. The interest rates really haven't dropped. Yeah, there's some idiosyncrasies we got to work through. But other than that, like go with there's not really too much of a negative right now. There could be more negative in not buying and selling right now if you wait. Mm-hmm. And we're not saying that just we're closing 30, 35 houses a month. We're very blessed and still have the clientele that we have. But like, I think some people are holding back where there's going to be more of a detriment and more of effect on their pocketbook. Because as interest rates go up, you lose about $30,000 in purchase value. And that's a difference of obviously, I mean, $150,000 and $180,000 house. And those are two different houses.
Right.
Very much so. Yeah. It is funny, like, especially when you say like, 160 to 180, even though your mortgage payment's only not terribly different, but what you're going to get out of the house downtown is 100% different.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So we hope that this discussion has been helpful to you guys, and we will continue to do these and keep you informed of what's happening in our Columbia market. And if we can ever be of any help to you here at the Art of Real Estate, please don't hesitate to reach out to us.